Obviously, the Rondo news is pretty tough. I knew it before the game. No one else knew it. I just didn't think it was any time to tell any of our guys that. So, told them after the game, and pretty emotional in the locker room.
Doc, the fact that you lost Rondo, you had lost 6 in a row, playing Miami, and you played double overtime in the second game in a row, and you somehow pulled it out.
Yeah.
What does that say about these guys?
Well, it was great. I mean, it's amazing. I was looking at guys. Jeff, one time, late in the game, you could see he had his head down, and he was just exhausted. And the only coaching advice I had for him was, you can't get tired right now. I mean, that was about it. But they dug. You know what I loved about the game was I think in the first overtime and second overtime we were down. We got down and had to come back. And that was nice. And then we had a lead and gave them away. But I just loved that our guys stayed in there. I've been on them all year because our out-of-timeout stuff has been not very good this year. And we've kind of hung our hat on that. And today we were phenomenal. And without a point guard running that stuff, it was a lot of passing and dribble handoff stuff. I think you could tell that. But it was just a good win. Needed it. It was nice.
You anticipate with Rondo being gone for the season that you guys will look to add another point?
I haven't even thought about it, honestly. I have no idea. I was just trying to think straight during the game because I didn't. I found out about it. I was going in to talk to the team with 24 minutes. Rondo was still in the lineup, and Dr. McKeon grabbed me and said he's out. And I was like, he went through our walkthrough. And then he said, no, he's out. And so I was trying to go in the locker room and talk about the game with that, thinking about that thought.
How much do you have to change your formation? I mean, for a long term.
Well, it's what we did today. We have that already. It's what the second unit has been running, and they've been sensational. And so we basically did it with the first unit today with the spread offense and 5 guys behind the 3 and a lot of dribble handoffs. Any of the 3 guys can dribble the ball. Obviously you don't ever want this to happen. I guess the only break for us is that we've been working with the second unit with this offense. And the first unit plays against it every day, and they even run it some. So at least we have a feel for something.
You've been trying to relied a lot of, obviously, on Paul to bring the ball up.
Yeah.
Will that become even today?
It just depends on who's pressuring. We had the one lineup with LB and Jet. Neither one of them really want to handle the ball until the ball gets across half court, so we let Jeff bring it up or Paul. It's what we are.
Dr. Rondo, your guys coming into this game anyway with your full crew. Realistically, what does this do to you guys for the rest of this year?
I don't know, Steve. We'll see. I like our team still, and obviously that's a blow, a huge blow for us. Listen, when something like this happens, we'll find someone that's already in our locker room that's going to play terrific. And I have no idea who it is. Tonight it was LB and the whole team, and that's who we're going to have to be.
If you were struggling to be a contender-type team with your full group.
Well, you can write the obituary. I'm not. You can go ahead, but I'm not. We won tonight, and so the way I look at it is, we're going to stay in there. In my opinion, we're going nowhere.
Going back to Rondo, did you not even notice? Did he suffer the injury in the Atlanta game?
Yeah, I don't know when. I still don't know when. Honestly, Jeff, you might know.
It was fourth quarter, it's all I know that.
Yeah, so
he was playing with torn ACL?
Yeah.
What can you say about that?
It means he's pretty tough. I know when I tore mine, I was on the ground crying like a little baby. So you got to say he actually thought it was his hamstring. Correct? He was telling me he thought he just pulled his hamstring. So, and Dr. McKeon, fortunately, right before the game, he got here, and Rondo told him his hamstring is bound. He said, let me check it with his hands, and I guess I don't know.
You were talking the other day about coming back from your own ACL. I mean, signs.
Yeah, I shouldn't have talked about it. Yes, Rondo will be fine. He just will not be fine this year, but he'll be fine. Rondo will be Rondo. You know, we got a guy in the NFL that we can look at in Adrian Peterson. And whatever he did, that's what we want to do because that was amazing. And that's what Rondo will do.
How was he when you talked to him?
Very emotional. Very emotional. It's funny, not funny. At halftime, I knew and he didn't know still. And because Dr. McKeon knew, but he hadn't seen the MRI, even though the technician had already told him. And Dr. McKeon told me he was positive, but let's wait. So that was hard, too.
Was Rondo in the
Locker room at halftime, yeah. And I couldn't tell him because we wasn't positive, even though McKeon thought he was.
Do you think there's any chance he won't be ready by the start of next season?
I have no idea. You know it's a nickname, right?
I don't.
Okay.
I know. But you had the injury.
Now, yeah, I can't do the months. I can't even count. So, how far is that? I don't even know how long that is. 8 months, 9 months.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
Yeah, so he'll probably be ready, but I don't know.
The general mood in the locker room.
It was good, and then it went down.
How did you break that? How did you?
I just walked in and told him. I mean, I don't know what else you can do. Guys were celebrating, and then it just so.
Jeff Green, as much as LeBron had his points, Jeff Green did about as good a job. It seemed
Yeah, he was great. I mean, you think about it, and we lost the other game in New York. I thought Jeff did all he can do against Carmelo as well. His length. I know Jeff made the one mistake where he got up on, he allowed LeBron to catch it with 4 seconds on the clock, and that was the only really mistake he made that I can remember. And, you know, other than that, he just used his length, his strength. I mean, LeBron's a bull. I mean, he's tough.
How do you think Courtney and Avery did at the starting backcourt? Do you want to go with them for the
Yeah. I mean, right now that's what we're doing. Listen, we're going to be makeshift. It'll be Courtney and Avery and Jed and LB, and you know, we'll just move it around. Honestly, I haven't given it a lot of thought yet. So thank goodness we have 2 days, 1 day to just rest, and then 1 day of practice, and we could try to figure some stuff out.
Doc, is it almost better that you know that he's out? It's not like a situation with Kevin, like after the championship year, where you feel like maybe he could come back, maybe he can't.
No, I'd rather have that chance of him coming back, personally. But listen, like I said, someone's going to step up for us.
Do you think you made the right decision, the way things turned out, by not telling the team what you know?
Yeah, I didn't think they needed to know that. And I had to get the confirmation, even though McKeon told me. But I knew that was all we needed to know.
How do you coach after knowing that? You talked about the
Well,
players.
you just coach, you know. I'd be lying if you don't keep thinking about it, but that's just the way it is. Thank you.